All right, you guys, this is what we are working with today. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's a little bit bright in here. When I had the curtains closed, it was pretty dark, but with them both open, I feel like I need to squint, so sorry. But today I just kind of wanted to do something that I've been holding off on doing, which is going through my makeup collection and just decluttering everything. I'm sure I'm not the only one, or I hope I'm not the only one who does this, but I've just been accumulating stuff for a super long time, not getting rid of anything when I should be. If you guys aren't already aware, makeup, beauty items, all of those things do have an expiration date. They do not last forever, unfortunately, and I think this will be a good exercise for me to really take a look at the stuff that I have actually been using and other things that I've had for a really long time. To be super honest with you guys, some of this stuff, it's more like I just never had it in me to get rid of it. I don't know how else to say it. Like there are some like super old eyeshadows in here that I probably shouldn't be using anymore. I definitely haven't reached for it in literally years, which is just another reason why I should get rid of them. I think, you know, part of me that maybe was holding on to this was because I kind of feel bad about the waste. Like I feel bad that I'm going to be throwing away some of this stuff. I wish there was a better way that I could either like donate it or get rid of it, you know, rather than tossing it. But I'm not aware of any solutions where I can get rid of them in a more sustainable way. So if you have any suggestions for me, please leave them down in the comments below. That would help me out so much. I'm sure you guys out there have seen makeup decluttering videos before where people are getting rid of tons and tons of things. My collection is a little bit smaller. All of these items are pretty much items that I got on my own. Maybe, you know, a couple of things here and there were gifted to me from friends, you know, for a birthday or Christmas or something like that. So I don't think this should take too long because you know, it's not like a mountain of crazy, you know, stuff that I have. Anyways, I thought I'd take out my camera and kind of talk through some of the items. While I may be getting rid of quite a few things here, you know, there might have been some items that I really liked, but I just don't get like a ton of use out of it. So it's either been lasting me a long time. I'm just saying lasting, you know, it's probably overdue and I probably should get rid of it. But I did want to just kind of shout those items out that I really liked in case you guys are looking for something similar. Okay, so I have a couple of trays here. There are a few more things off to the side that I will eventually get to. But these are generally all makeup items for the most part anyway. If you know me, I don't wear a ton of makeup, and when I do, I normally try to keep it a little more on the neutral side. So I definitely want to take a look at everything that I have right now and decide if I want to get rid of anything. I typically go through an exercise like this occasionally, but you know, this is something that I really feel like I need to do. In pulling out some of these products recently, I realize I've either not reached for it for a long time, I don't ever really see myself using it, or it's really old. I do occasionally use it nowadays, but it may cause me like some kind of breakout or something like that. So I probably do actually want to get rid of it. So first things first are some of these palettes. So obviously, as you guys probably know if you're into makeup, a couple of these palettes are pretty old, but I do actually use them when I'm filming. I hope they're still okay. You guys can let me know down in the comments below if these are actually things I should get rid of and maybe replace them with something else. I do very lightly use my products, so as you can see, I haven't quite, like, you can't see the pan on any of these. Obviously, if you watch a lot of other makeup tutorials from other people, they probably like whip through these things like it's nobody's business, but I don't wear eyeshadow, like powdered eyeshadow, every single day. I do have some other everyday eyeshadows that I prefer to use, which are more cream based. I also have this palette from Charlotte Tilbury, which I really like, and as you probably noticed, all of them are quite neutral. So the eyeshadow palettes that I'm thinking about getting rid of are actually these two MAC palettes. So these are super duper old. I feel like some of the eyeshadows in here are probably like 10 years old or something like that. I used to, back in the day, I used to wear eyeshadow more before than now. I do really like some of these neutral shades by MAC. It's just that I don't reach for them anymore. This other palette that I have is all like more colorful stuff, and I really think I do need to get rid of some of these. It's a little bit unfortunate because I really like these neutral shades. I mean, there's some that I can see that I don't want. So anyways, I'm gonna just grab a bag so I can pull some of these out and toss them. I will be right back. And I probably will just speed up on some of this footage because I'm sure this can take quite some time. So I do not see myself wearing blue eyeshadow ever again. So I am just going to get rid of these right here. So I'm wondering if you guys have ever like cleaned makeup before. I'm not sure if that's possible, but just thought I'd throw that out there in case, you know, you're someone like me who doesn't go through things very quickly. That might be an alternative, but you guys let me know down in the comments if that's even something that's possible. Obviously I wouldn't want to recommend something to anyone if it's not safe. So this is actually a like baked bronzer blush by Laura Mercier. This is in the color Ritual, and I've had this for so long, like a few years. I've used it quite a bit. I wear it a lot when I film, but I do feel like it's past its expiration. If you ever were wondering, the expiration is on the back. Like there's a little icon that has a number and the letter M next to it. It doesn't seem to want to focus, probably because this is a shiny case, but this is 18 months. I mean, I've definitely had this longer. I think you can see it now. I've definitely had this longer than 18 months and I've still continued to use it. I really do like it, but I think it's got to go, especially because I own other blush products that can take the place of this now. This is also another blush product from MAC. Honestly, I don't know the last time I purchased MAC products. This color is called Blush Baby, and I actually really like this one, but it's so old. It's over 10 years old. Like, I totally need to get rid of this. I got these two blushes on a trip to Japan. Also really, really old. I mean, this is like the first time I ever went to Japan. It was probably over 10 years ago. Something crazy is happening here. Like, I really shouldn't be keeping this anymore. Look at that thing right there. That is just gross. I haven't used this in years and years and years. It really just has to go, and cream blush does not last that long anyway. At the same time too though, some of these items are newer, so I haven't had this Burberry eyeshadow for very long. I really think it's really nice. Obviously this is something I'm going to be keeping, so just wanted to give you a heads up that this is kind of a mix of a bunch of things, old and new product. I'm only looking to get rid of the really old stuff though. So something that I definitely know I need to go through is my everyday makeup bag, and it's like pretty dirty. This is right next to the sink and it gets like splashed and everything. So I do need to swap this out to another bag. But there are definitely items in here that, you know, I either haven't used or won't be using or something along those lines. This is another MAC blush that is super old and that I should be getting rid of. So we'll put that aside. I also just got a replacement NARS Creamy Concealer, and I actually changed to the color Custard. I was using Macadamia, which was suggested to me when I was on a trip. The sales associate there, I think at the time I probably was a little bit darker, like it was in the summer and stuff, so she suggested Macadamia. This is now too dark for me, it's been noticeable, but this is also a couple of years old, so I will be getting rid of that. I also have like these tiny little sample sizes that I know I'm never gonna use. Another super old MAC lipstick, which I don't even know the last time I ever used this. This Glossier highlighter just really wasn't working out for me, but you know what, I tried. This eyelash glue is definitely old. I would really recommend you guys like don't ever use old eyelash glue. I think I had an allergic reaction or something happened to me one time when I did, a really long time ago. But yeah, this is another like multi-stick from Bite Beauty that I never quite got through. This is when I was first trying to try out some cream cheek products, but I think like I just couldn't like warm it up well enough, because I know a lot of people have spoken highly about this particular product, but it just didn't work for me. You know, nothing works guaranteed for everybody, so just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, actually the stuff in my makeup bag isn't too bad. A lot of this stuff is actually new and haven't really been used yet. These are 3 eyebrow pencils that I really like. I actually want to do a separate video to talk about these 3. I was getting a lot of compliments on my eyelashes today and on another day, and this is what I've been using lately. It's Lancome Monsieur Big Waterproof. I prefer waterproof mascaras, and this is what I'm using today. I am a little sad to be getting rid of this, but I've had this for so long, years and years and years. This is the Shu Uemura. It's a liquid eyeliner. This is one of the first liquid eyeliners that I really liked. I feel like the brush on this liquid eyeliner is really unique. I think it's like modeled after a calligraphy brush, but you can click it to get more eyeliner to be dispensed. I just really don't wear eyeliner anymore, and I've had this for years and years and years. Like I mentioned, I used it for a super long time. I think this was like my go-to eyeliner like 10 years ago or something like that, but you can swap out the insides of it, which is what I really liked. It was like a refillable product. It looks just like that, and that's one thing that I thought was really cool. You could also wash the tip of this because it is almost like the tip of a brush, like brush hairs. And so you could wash it off to make sure that, you know, everything was clean whenever you needed to rinse it. But like I said, I barely ever wear eyeliner anymore. On the market for a new one, because you can really only go in store and buy this in Japan. Otherwise, it's like an online order. All right, so here is a quick look at the items that I'm going to be getting rid of. Another favorite mention is the Shu Uemura eyelash curler. I used to be able to find this in Neiman Marcus a long time ago, and Sephora, I believe. But Shu Uemura is not really carried in the US anymore as far as I'm aware. I have ordered a few new eyelash curlers on their website, and they came in, so I'm super happy that I have some replacements, but normally I buy this when I go to Japan. So far, this has been the easiest, most comfortable eyelash curler that I basically have ever used, but I'm open to other options, and obviously we'll need backups at some point. Or, you know, an alternate brand of eyelash curler, just in case I run out of these. But, you know, just stuff like this I've had for a long time. I know this was a super popular product. I don't even know if this is a popular product anymore, but if there's another type of setting spray that you guys are familiar with, please let me know down in the comments below. Like, this is so old. This bottle is sticky. Like, do you see my finger sticking to it? That's how old this is. This just has to go. Some of these items, like these eyeshadows and these blushes here, were impulse buys. When I went to Japan, I was really into a Japanese style of makeup back then, which is, you know, a lot more natural and kind of minimal. And I really like the color of their eyeshadows. I think I went on this trip to buy this like over 10 years ago, so that's how old it is. So, you know, I really just have to get rid of it. I kind of went on like a little shopping spree and bought a whole bunch of these things, but yeah, they should really be going. These are also some really, really old eyeliners from MAC. Like, I'm pretty sure I had them for over 10 years. Like, I really should not be putting these on my eyes anymore. I don't want to get like an eye infection or anything like that. Also, were any of you guys out there having like a major glitter moment back in the day? This is by Makeup Forever, and it's like an iridescent glitter that you could use, I think, on any part of your face, but I used to like to put it on my eyes. And that was when I was like 21 or something like that. But anyways, yeah, that's got to go as well. Some of these other eyeshadows are just like colors I don't see myself ever wearing again, like this green color right here. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good exercise for me to go through and clean out some old stuff. All right, you guys, well, thank you for coming along with me with this like makeup decluttering. I feel like quantity wise, not like pieces, but the amount of space, I feel like I am getting rid of about half of the stuff that I started off with. So I do need to go through and just rearrange a few things to put everything away. It looks like I might have possibly a spare container now that I could use to store something else in, so that's great. I just wanted to talk through a couple of items. It definitely feels really great for me to downsize and just get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that I have not been using for years. It really, to me, doesn't make sense for me to hang on to it any longer. I know that sometimes, and I think at the time when I bought some of these items, I wanted to talk more about them on camera. I thought I was going to use them, but really at the end of the day, I need to be like true to myself and the things that I want to talk about in my videos, which may not necessarily be the latest and greatest makeup products from different lines because I don't wear a ton of makeup. I think several years ago, I was a lot more open to experimenting with color, and that's when I was like going out a lot more and things like that. I know last year and even maybe today, a lot of us are not going out, but I think, you know, at that time I was like going out late at night and all that kind of stuff with friends, just things that, you know, someone would do when they're a lot younger. But you know, now where I'm at, heading into my late 30s, I've definitely more so like fine-tuned the things that I actually really like to wear and kind of like my style around that, which is a little bit more natural, kind of like a dewy look, like very everyday, like no makeup look. Like I don't really wear much makeup at all anyway, and I do kind of like to keep things looking that way too. I'm not really a full coverage kind of person. I mean, if you are, I think that's great. That's, you know, that's something that you like. For me, I just feel like my skin with makeup, especially like foundation and things that I've put on my face, had in the past at some point been like pretty reactive, which is one of the reasons why I kind of stay away from a lot of makeup. I don't want to have breakouts or anything like that, first and foremost, so that's why I tend to be a little bit more on the natural side. I also have been finding some newer beauty brands out there with their look and just what they're going for with their products, and I've made a couple of orders recently and waiting for that stuff to come in, so I can't wait to show you guys that. But really, at the end of the day, I wanted to pare down on all of the things that I've had and really just keep the things that I really like and will get through and use and like make the most use out of just in general. I am a very practical person and I don't like to make a lot of waste, so I think kind of going through this process was something that I needed to do because I don't want to make a lot of waste. I was like procrastinating on it for like a super long time. But looking at what I'm left with, I think that I have a good assortment of very natural things with just a little bit of like, not color, but maybe like sparkle here and there, which I think more so suits my style. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.